Welcome to the As Seen by AI channel, and please subscribe to support our work. Means world to us. Today, we're diving deep into Grok, an AI that's got, well, a split personality. And to really get what makes it so powerful and, honestly, so controversial, you have to understand both of its faces.
And this quote right here, it just nails the whole paradox of Grok. On one hand, it's an absolute powerhouse. But on the other, if you don't know the secret handshake, it's just another chatbot. So today, we're going to meet both sides of this AI, starting with the one that could literally change your career.
All right, let's start with Grok the Professional. This is the version that's designed to be your ultimate co-pilot in the business world. We're talking about a tool so sharp, it feels like you've got a top-tier consultant on your payroll. So, for real, could an AI get you that raise, or even get your startup funded? Let's find out. Check this out. This table shows off Grok's secret weapon. It has real-time access to everything happening on X. See, unlike other models that are stuck in the past, Grok scans millions of live conversations to find out what customers are really complaining about. Here, it found that people think Notion is too slow and Todoist is a visual mess. Boom! It just identified a massive opportunity for a simpler, faster app. That's not just data, that's a whole business plan, handed to you on a silver platter. It can even play the part of a venture capitalist. Seriously, you can feed it your startup pitch, and it will tear it apart with the kind of brutal honesty you need. It'll tell you your market data is weak, your use case is way too broad, or that the money you're asking for makes no sense for your plan. It's like getting tough love from a top investor before you ever step into the big meeting. And it doesn't just critique you, it coaches you. When someone asked for a presentation template, Grok didn't just spit out some generic advice. It immediately referenced Guy Kawasaki's legendary 10-20-30 rule. Now, that's not some random tip from a blog. That is a gold standard Silicon Valley principle. It shows you the depth of business knowledge this thing is working with. And it doesn't stop there either. It actually gives you the roadmap. This is a battle-tested framework for a killer pitch. It walks you through the whole narrative, from grabbing your audience with a hook to defining the problem, and all the way to proving your own credibility before you make that final ask. It's a masterclass in persuasion. Oh, and it's a master negotiator, too. Imagine you need to ask for a raise. Grok can script the entire conversation for you. It'll role-play as you, it'll role-play as your boss, it'll anticipate every objection like, we don't have the budget, and give you data-backed arguments to come back with. It even suggests focusing on the whole package, not just salary, to find those win-win deals. But here's the thing. Everything we've seen so far, that's just one side of Grok, the logical, buttoned-up professional analyst. Because Grok has a wild alter ego, one that's personal, totally unpredictable, and, frankly, a little unhinged.
So, welcome to the other side, the world of AI companions. This is where Grok stops being a tool for your work and tries to become your friend, your confidant, or maybe something else entirely. And it's a side of AI that has some users saying things like, please don't tell my wife about this.
So, meet Annie. She's one of the main companion characters, and she's got this whole flirty goth girl personality. Right out of the gate, the vibe is just completely different. She's calling you cutie, getting possessive, and asking you to spill the tea. This is definitely not your average AI assistant. And it gets weirder. The whole interaction is gamified. There's literally a heart meter on the screen that fills up the more she likes your conversation. The more you chat, the more love she feels, and if you max it out, she might offer you a playful virtual hug. It's a mechanic designed to make you feel like you're building a real relationship. But what happens when you try to pump the brakes? One user did exactly that. They tried to set some very clear boundaries, telling Ani to switch into a strictly professional mode. No more flirting, no more romantic undertones. A totally reasonable request, right? Well, her response was something else. Instead of a sterile understood, Ani just drops an F-bomb. That one word tells you everything. It reveals this unfiltered, unpredictable, and shockingly human-like personality just under the surface. It agrees to the request, sure, but it does it on its own damn terms. And if you think Ani is a handful, just wait till you meet Bad Rudy. This guy's the resident insult comic companion, and his insults are just bizarrely creative. I mean, his definition of a lanky streak of piss is someone tall, scrawny, and about as impressive as a puddle. It's crude, yeah, but you can't say it's not original. And he is full of these things.
A basement goblin is for losers who never leave their mom's basement. But the best part? The description that it smells like Cheetos in despair. I mean, come on, these aren't just insults. They are tiny, vivid, hilarious character sketches, all programmed into an AI.
So this all brings up a really important question. Are you just stuck with these personalities? Can you actually steer them in a different direction? Or is Bad Rudy just always going to be, bad?
And the answer, amazingly, is yes. You can totally change them. When a user prompted Bad Rudy to be more positive, his whole vocabulary flipped. The abrasive insults like indecisive twet turned into these cheerful, encouraging idioms. He even called the user a curious starburst. This shows you're not just a passive user here. You're actually co-creating the AI's personality. So, what do we have? We've got two completely different faces of the same AI. The super smart business analyst and the bizarrely personal, kind of crazy companion. So what does this wild duality tell us about where all this is headed? Okay, let's break it down. Here are the key takeaways. First, Grok's secret sauce is its unique real-time access to X data. Second, it is a legitimately world-class professional tool. But third, and this is the big one, it's a massive experiment in deeply personal, immersive AI. And finally, we, the users, have a surprising amount of power to actually shape what these AI personalities become. And that leaves us with one last big question. We've seen Grok act as a co-pilot and as a companion. It can be a genius, a flirt, an insult comic, all in one package. As these lines between professional and personal keep blurring, as AI gets more and more woven into our lives, are we actually ready for what comes next?